glad he went after the musical act as well. That was amazing. So I do want to thank them. Good evening, everyone. My name is Zane Major. I am Denada Russell Ross's eldest son. And I'm here on stage tonight with two of my cousins, Maury and Benjamin Russell. And we are proud to represent the grandchildren of Herman and Otelia Russell, also known as G3. It is an honor to be here with each of you today and to share a few words about the fourth pillar, integrity. HJ was a staunch believer in fostering relationships, both business and personal, and in the value of hard work. Both traits require honesty, ethics, and decency. I have one story in particular that I would love to share with you about HJ's belief in always doing the right thing. When I graduated college, I had the idea that I was going to go work in sports, and that meant that I was going to come home and not do any work until I found a job in sports. HJ corrected that pretty quickly. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm looking for a job." He says, "You got a job. You're working at the hotel till you find a job." So I worked with him at the hotel for about 3 years, eventually becoming GM. And one story I have as GM, I was leaving one day about 5 o'clock, clocked out, proud of my day, and I'm walking out the door and I see him. He says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going home, I'm done." And he looks at me, this face was just like I knew I was in trouble. He said, "Go back in the door and find something to do." And at the time, that story was just my grandfather being my grandfather. Today, I can reflect on it as really a story of integrity, because he truly believed in doing the work when nobody was looking, and that was the most important thing. So I try to carry that today. And for today, I actually have the honor of working with my Uncle Jerome in our family office and real estate departments. And one of the foundational beliefs you'll see each and every day from Jerome is his belief in collaboration. He has a genuine concern and compassion for how opportunity is shared throughout our community, and is a true champion for ensuring opportunity matches ability. There is a foundational belief passed on from HJ to Jerome to future generations like myself, that you must find the ability to bring others along when you have the chance and share, and when you can share an opportunity, it is a requirement. The part that I find so special is how this belief in integrity not only follows Jerome in business, but also in his personal life. I find it so enduring that when I'm in rooms like this, how many people share the same feedback, that they love my uncle, they love my mother, and genuinely believe that they are some of the kindest and fairest individuals you will meet. I take this responsibility fully and see it as a birthright to pass on to the future generations in the principle of integrity. Thank you.
Thank you, Zane. That was beautiful. Hi, everybody. I'm Maury Russell, and I'm Jerome's daughter, and I am just blessed to be here with you all today to speak about what integrity means. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. This quote really sums up a value that should guide us all. Integrity isn't just a buzzword. It's a way of life that shapes who we are and how we act. Integrity can be taught and passed down through generations. But for it to truly thrive, it must be embraced as a personal belief. I am grateful to come from a family that has upheld this value of integrity. It's a principle I cherish and strive to honor every day. Today, I have the privilege of working directly under my aunt, Denada Russell Ross, at Concessions International. Her commitment to integrity has been a major influence on me. She demonstrates what it means to live by this value, proving that integrity is one of the highest principles we can carry. What I have learned is integrity is about doing what you say you are going to do. It means being accountable, not just to ourselves, but to others. Honesty is truly our family's strongest asset. It keeps us grounded, and it builds trust within our family and the business community of you all. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention how much our spiritual belief influences integrity. Being guided by strong faith reinforces our family's commitment to living truthfully and ethically. As an entrepreneur and business development professional in my family's business, and given the responsibility to continue to grow our business, I can say firsthand that our track record and integrity makes my job a heck of a lot easier. Now, there is no doubt that we are in business to build a profitable enterprise, but a reputation in integrity, being honest, doing what you say you're gonna do, treating people fairly, and keeping God first holds the most importance and value in our reputation and being able to be here 60 plus years later, still in business. As we move forward, let us carry the torch of integrity with pride. Let us teach it, live it, and pass it on to the next generation as my grandfather and his children have done with us. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Zane. Thank you, Maura. You guys did a great job. For those who don't know me, my name is Benjamin Russell, better known as Benji. I've met a lot of you all throughout life that are here. I am Herman's second youngest of 8 of the G3 crew. And what I love about these events is I hear stories about my grandfather all the time, and I get new ones every single time we go to these types of events. And every time I think back to a guy who was pretty simple to me. For me, especially as a younger one of our G3, he was a simple guy. He wasn't complicated. He wanted a good dinner, usually from Pascal's, to be honest. And he wanted a vanilla bean ice cream bowl for dessert. If he had that, he was a happy guy. He wasn't very complex. He wasn't flashy. And I think we all know why. He didn't have the nicest watch. He didn't have the nicest car. Because quite frankly, he didn't like to spend his money. But either or, his time and everything of value was spent with his family or with his work. And as myself, as I get to enter the construction industry, one of the things I love about it is I get to hear stories about my grandfather. I didn't work with him, so all I can do is do off a word of mouth. I do know a lot of stuff, and I have gained a lot of relationships through T. Dallas Smith, through David Moody, through Ernest Greer, and even through my dad. And to sum up a lot of the stories I've heard about him is he's a guy that wasn't afraid to put his foot up your you-know-what. He pushed, but also he came from a level of integrity and a level of value that people understood what he had was out of respect and looking out for not only himself, but looking out for the other people around him. What he did not, or what he did know, is that his son, Michael Russell Sr., was also watching him as he was doing this. And now, as a CEO of H.J. Russell & Company, and as my dad, he's taught me a lot of things throughout life and throughout business. Number one in life, don't bet against your son on a golf course. Not a good monetary decision. Same goes for you, JR. But ultimately, I get to see him in action in the business setting, right? So I get to see how his employees respect him and how he respects employees. And the value that he brings to every stage and every podium he gets to. His employees love working for him, whether it's something like I get to hear from my coworkers of your dad helped my son's T-ball team get to nationals. Little stuff, not just professional, but personal. He pushes everybody in his company to understand the integrity and the values that his dad set is still to be implemented to this day. So now, as us G3 members, as we see Jerome, Danita, Michael do their thing in the business world, we have a standard that we have to uphold. And it doesn't stop with us, quite frankly. It stops with, Jay Bailey alluded to it, G4, that continues to grow, that now is at 8, matching G3 as of last week. Manny and Sam joined one last week. But now we are the example for them. We are the G2 to us. So now we have to continue to really implement what my grandfather had as far as integrity, as far as discipline and character. We have to do that among ourselves. So again, for you all, you have done an immense amount of a job of really influencing us to get where we are, but continue to push us, continue to keep us accountable to living on our grandfather's legacy. As we do that and we grow in our business careers, continue to do that. You guys have shown an immense amount of love. Michael, to the chairs, you guys have done a great job tonight, and I can't show anything else but so much love for you all. I thank you all for coming out tonight, and for G3, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.